What is going on, SHIB Army? It is Ahmed, and I am back today with yet another video for you all. And guys, we finally got the news. There have been updates about Shibarium just about 25 minutes ago, and a huge shout out to Ali, one of the integral members of this community and a part of the YourPOP community as well. If you are new around here, it would mean the world to me if you'd smash the like button and also consider subscribing to the channel. Let's dive in because this is going to be a good one. Shiba Inu up 1.7% on the day, and we saw this huge spike out of nowhere, but it's backed by some news that just came for Shibarium. Now, one more thing before we dive into the tweet that they sent out from the official Shibarium account and the new article that we're going to go over step by step. I do want to mention there's a new TQM channel. You won't hear much more from this one, but if you've been a part of this community and have showed support on the channel, I would really appreciate, and I do love each and every one of you, but if you would consider subscribing to the new channel where we talk about all things related to finance, millennials, and just general topics, not specifically just cryptocurrencies. So check that out, TQM, the quintessential millennial. Now, for what you have been waiting for. Shibarium Network introduces Shibarium's Layer 2 solution. Shiba Inu's Layer 2 solution, or Layer 2 network, rejoice, hashtag ShibArmy, they say. Shibarium Beta is about to be launched, and through this article, we want to introduce some basic concepts in order to provide clarity to the community. And here it is, a quick 10-minute read, and we're just gonna go over some of the highlights, I think, from this article. So, we asked the community to please understand that this is phased. This is a phased release and is not a matter of when, but matter of developing Shibarium correctly and introducing it responsibly. Avoid asking when, because the answer will always be a soon. Yet, with that being said, we are approaching the finishing touches of Shibarium's beta and its imminent launch. So remember, SHIB's goal has always been to welcome new crypto users and educate them on the development process of a ground-up project. Development requires time and resources, not only to build, but also to ensure everything is secure. So they talk about the patience and practicing all the things that we have done over the last couple years. For those of you who were on Shiba Inu with me since January, February, I'm talking 2021 when it first came out, and we started discussing it heavily, especially in May. It's been almost 2 years. It's been a patience game, but there are some pretty big highlights that we want to talk about. They say here we'll be releasing a technical blog with all the necessary information for members of our community who want to participate as validators or delegators, in addition to up-to-date information in our recently released knowledge base, shibatoken.com. So again, if that means one of you all are technically savvy or understand the blockchain to a higher level, it could be one of you, because again, it's community members, because you have to remember at the end of the day, Shiba Inu is a decentralized entity. Not one person owns it, but instead all of us collectively are an integral part of this ecosystem. So the basics of Shibarium, and I think again, you probably heard it time and time again, it's gonna be a layer 2 blockchain that runs on top of the Ethereum blockchain, which the Shiba Inu ecosystem tokens, which are gonna be SHIB, Leash, and Bone, will utilize. A layer 2 blockchain provides the benefits of scalability, faster transaction times, and lower fees, and expand on the development framework. With the evolution of Web3, blockchain technology is starting to emerge into the commonplace. And I'm talking again, in surprising places that I never thought it would be in the corporate world even, we're starting to hear about Web3 platforms. So some of the biggest obstacles to mainstream adoption are the cost and speed of transactions. It's too expensive to send and receive cryptocurrencies, even with some of these innovative cryptos, not just Bitcoin. I'm talking ETH and other ones alike. So Shibarium is going to revolutionize the Shiba Inu ecosystem and the crypto space as a whole. Back in the summer of 2021, it was common for a cost of gas for adopting cryptocurrencies or NFTs in the ERC network or the Ethereum network to be extremely high. Remember when we minted our Shiboshis, October of 2021? I'm talking $1,000 because of gas wars to at least mint just a single NFT. Often adding an extra $50 to $100 was very common. Even sending and receiving crypto, sometimes a couple $100 to send ETH or an altcoin. I remember doing that from giveaways on the YourPOP channel. So how to remove the barrier to entry for small transactions that occur in a day-to-day living situation. In layer 2 blockchains like Shibarium, transactions will occur off-chain, meaning transactions occur outside of that layer 1 or blockchain, or Ethereum blockchain, and are communicated back. Allowing the layer 2 blockchain to do the majority of the processing work alleviates bandwidth, which results in lower gas fees, processing times, and of course, everything else is going to be, it's very optimized for the end user. Now, beyond the cost and speed benefits, the development framework of Shibarium provides robust functionality, they say, to allow the community to build their vision into the blockchain. Decentralized applications like dApps, programs that exist and run on a blockchain, are a critical component to the expansion of Web3. Gaming, social media, education, and supply chains are just a few of the endless dApps that we need to integrate, especially play-to-earn games and the metaverse. Remember, a lot of the gamers are very averse to crypto because they don't understand how, gas fees and all these things that they're going to be running their game on. How are we going to exchange cryptocurrency in a game and have, like, again, a play-to-earn game or whatever? What's the payout structure going to look like? How much fees are going to be transacted prior to the money being received by the end user? And then they talk about NFTs and the integration with Bone. Again, I would highly recommend those of you who haven't, do your research about Bone as an additional part of the ecosystem and a token that's going to be basically the main cryptocurrency as a governance token for Shiba Inu, and also one of the main ones in terms of Shibarium. Validators in Shibarium. Validators are an instrument, right? Are instrumental members of the network who contribute to operability security by locking up a certain number of Bone and operating Hemidal validators, which, again, for me, someone who's not very well versed in blockchain, it might sound like gibberish to some of you too, but understand that Bone, basically, to be a validator, you have to send some of your Bone tokens in a lock situation. Remember when we, again, going back to Shiboshis and leash, you had to hold leash to then get first come, first serve, basically, for some of the Shiboshis. But the only way to get into that first come, first serve pool was through leash. Now, they talk about what is this Hemidal validator, and it's an open source validator software that can be used to participate in different blockchain networks. To me, it's just so cool that, again, a token that started as just a community run asset now has all the software behind it. Web3, blockchain, really innovative technology that's going to take us to that next level. And it says here, in exchange for their role and services, the validators, they will receive rewards proportional to their stake. The rewards are divided among all participants based on the amount of tokens they have staked. So the user's reward balance is recorded in a contract, which is used to determine the rewards that can be claimed. The fact that they're using smart contracts for this, again, also gives some reassurance, because I know some people like myself were disappointed with the Shiba Swap rewards because our yields weren't that impressive. Individuals who want to support the network but do not want to run a full node can participate as Shibarium delegators, which is, again, a step down from a validator. And in order to qualify as a validator, what do you have to do? One must stake their Bone tokens with these contracts. So again, they kind of talk a little bit more about the tech, and the testnet is, I think, what is going to excite everybody else. So faucet to get test Bone. Now, a faucet for tokens is a website or app that dispenses small amounts of specific test tokens, which is a token that is used specifically for testing purposes. Okay. Testnets allow developers to test their applications and contracts without using real cryptocurrencies. Faucets are used to obtain the test cryptocurrency needed to interact with the testnet blockchain. In this case, the upcoming Shibarium testnet. So again, main points here, users will be able to claim test tokens through a private test network portal, completely separate from the mainnet. This portal was not open at this time, and we will make a formal public announcement when it's been deployed. None of the tokens, nothing that was mentioned here has been released yet, except for the main integral tokens for Shiba Inu's ecosystem. Remember that. Anything else that is launching or out there like SHIB, I've seen that everywhere, the stablecoin, all those are not real and they're not part of this ecosystem. We will elaborate further on our next blog post to prevent fraudulent activities and misunderstandings regarding the private test network portal. Enrollment process for validators and delegators. Look through here. If you want to be a part of this, look what you have to do. And it's like 10,000 bones is what you need. And Bone is, I believe, right now, a little over $1. So you can do the math there. That's quite significant in terms of the cost. The onboarding of these validators will be done taking into account experience, trust, knowledge, and ensuring that these validators are committed to the health and integrity of Shibarium. And then the commission and rewards, they kind of talk about those. some of the checkpoints, reward distribution, validator receives, what the delegators receive. Pretty significant rewards. So I would at least look into it. If you're not ready to be a validator, maybe consider being a delegator, because that's kind of what I'm looking into myself. Now, some of the operability, transactions, and gas. Gas is a unit used in a smart contract enabled in blockchain networks, and it's paid out in Bone for Shibarium. So Bone token is going to be actively producing the operability of the transaction. Without Bone, this system will not work. But I think the most important aspect of all this is the SHIB burn mechanism to Shibarium. How are we going to burn a significant amount of SHIB? So I think this is what we need to talk about. Keeping the promise and often requested by Shiba community, we confirm that all transactions on this network will have an implicit burn amount for SHIB token. This will operate within the base gas fee of these transactions being utilized to burn SHIB through our renewed burn portal. This will occur every single time a transaction is made on the network. Every single transaction. And hopefully, we're going to see a lot as volume picks back up in crypto. By implementing this feature, burning SHIB tokens per transaction will be reflected in the token supply, as we hope to have a significant impact on the total circulation of SHIB tokens. We will release information and broadcasting of our renewed burn portal and how it operates on Shibarium in the future blog post. So make sure we all stay tuned. You guys know I will be one of the first, hopefully, to report on that information. Now, renewed burn portal is not up yet and is specifically developed for the layer 2 solution. This article goes in and talks a little bit about the merger of Shibarium and ShibaSwap, documentation, and upcoming resources. So again, I would highly recommend, if you want to talk about details for Shibarium, look through this. And I just went over some high points, including the burn. So the burn mechanism is coming, so prepare for what's to come, SHIB Army. I appreciate your support as always. Thank you so much for tuning in. Smash the like button, consider subscribing, and until next time, everybody, keep investing. Peace.